Imagine walking into a busy hospital emergency room. The medical staff don't treat people based on who walked through the door first. They perform triage, instantly sorting patients based on the severity of their condition. A patient with chest pain goes straight to the front of the line, while someone with a scraped knee waits. If doctors treated that scraped knee with the exact same urgency and resources as a heart attack, the medical team would be completely overwhelmed. The system would break down, and lives would be lost. Prioritization is what keeps the emergency room functioning. Now, apply that exact same logic to the waters of the Philippines. Millions of passengers and thousands of tons of cargo move across this massive domestic shipping network every single day. Whether you are running a hospital or monitoring an ocean, a safety system that treats every single case as an equal priority is going to spread itself too thin. When you fail to focus your attention on your highest risks, the entire network becomes vulnerable. For decades, the Maritime Industry Authority, or MARINA, has been tasked with overseeing the safety of this enormous fleet. Keeping these waters safe is a massive, historic responsibility. But right now, the way inspectors monitor these ships relies heavily on paper. They use standardized, manual checklists to verify if a vessel is fit to sail. Because the system focuses on the sheer volume of inspections rather than specific risks, regulatory resources are spread perfectly flat. This means an inspector might spend the exact same amount of time checking a brand new, flawlessly maintained passenger ferry as they do inspecting an aging, deteriorating cargo ship. When you distribute your time equally like this, your enforcement becomes reactive. Without a way to flag the most dangerous ships ahead of time, authorities are often left responding to severe safety failures only after a vessel has already run into trouble. You cannot prevent maritime disasters using a system that only identifies problems after they happen. The approach needs to look forward, not backward. This is the core of Project Seaguard. It takes the medical concept of triage and applies it directly to the Philippine seas, replacing equal opportunity paper checklists with a targeted, intelligence-led approach. It starts with two foundational pillars called CORE and GABAI. Think of these as the official rulebooks. They establish the legal framework and standardized procedures needed to group ships into distinct categories, sorting the fleet from lowest to highest risk. Once those rules are set, the old paper files are replaced by a centralized digital platform called Ligtas. Instead of static pages in a folder, Ligtas pulls in live vessel data and automatically calculates a specific risk score for every single ship. All of this information is then tied together by Agos, a data network that ensures regional offices across the entire country are sharing and seeing the exact same real-time updates. Together, these tools build a unified radar for maritime safety. They allow inspectors to stop guessing where to look and instead point them exactly to where they are needed most. But a smart system requires trained experts to run it. That is where ALAB comes in, a dedicated training program that ensures every maritime inspector is certified and capable of interpreting this new digital intelligence. At the same time, pillars like Bridge and Sail work directly with the public and vessel operators, encouraging shipping companies to actively maintain their ships rather than waiting to be inspected. Let's look at how this plays out in the real world. Imagine an inspector starting their morning shift on the dock. Instead of receiving a random stack of paper assignments, they are logging into a digital tablet. Right away, the dashboard highlights a severe anomaly. The system has identified an older cargo vessel with a recent history of engine trouble, and weather reports show it is about to sail directly into rough seas. The vessel's risk score compounds and crosses a red threshold. The inspector immediately bypasses a dozen low-risk ferries nearby and heads straight for the flagged cargo ship. They intercept the vessel, hold it at the port, and prevent a likely mechanical failure in open water. When this system works perfectly, nothing happens. True safety is invisible. It is measured by the accidents, collisions, and tragedies that were stopped before they ever began. Seaguard takes Marina's enforcement out of the filing cabinet and brings it into the digital age. It replaces blind volume with calculated risk, turning a historically reactive agency into a predictive one. This chart shows the exact targets the agency aims to achieve by 2028. By focusing entirely on the highest risks, Marina projects a 20 to 30% reduction in maritime accidents, while pushing the shipping industry's overall compliance rate to at least 75%. Achieving this protects life at sea, while securing the national supply chain, protecting the domestic economy, and safeguarding the environment. Most importantly, it provides peace of mind. When you or your family step onto a ferry to cross the domestic waters, you deserve to know that the vessel you are boarding has been thoroughly and intelligently vetted. Project Seaguard secures the future of Philippine maritime safety. By letting data drive the decisions, it moves the entire industry away from checking boxes and toward absolute confidence on the water.